Well, good morning, guys. Aaron Walker here, coming to you live from the Greenway in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It's been a great morning. Man, I've had a great experience this morning. I don't like the sun not coming up quite as early as it normally does. It was dark when I started this morning, but had a great time. Just finished my workout. I'm headed back to the other end of the Greenway, and I want to talk to you how you could become a more effective leader. I want to tell you a quick story about a friend of mine. My pastor for 17 years, his name was David Landreth. David was a great friend. He was a great leader. David passed away 2 years ago in November. He was one of my best friends. He absolutely was an amazing leader. And let me tell you some things that he used to do at our church and has done with me personally that has really helped in my leadership skills, and I feel confident it can do you the same way. Here's what David would do. He would cast a vision. He would take guys, leaders in the church to lunch, and he would say, "Hey, Big A, what do you think about doing this or that?" And he'd give you just a little bit, just enough to whet your appetite. And then he would build a consensus. He would get a group of guys, and he would go to lunch with them, and he'd say, "Hey, I'm just thinking about this, you know." What I come to find out was it was his plan all along, but he was building a consensus. Right? And what we do oftentimes is we throw out this bomb and kills everybody. You've been thinking about it forever, but they've just recently started thinking about it, or the first time they've heard it. David was a master at that. And here's what would happen. I would get so tickled. After about 6 months of that, you would begin to think he adopted your idea. And seriously, you would feel that way. You would think, man, he's taken a strategy that we put together and implemented it in the church. Well, he did that so effectively that our church in 17 years went from 250 members to 7,000 with 5 campuses. And I'm thinking, my goodness, if he can do that at a church, what can we do in our businesses to build that kind of consensus or that strategy? Don't go into your team this morning and blow them up. Go in there and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this long term." Be the strategic thinker long term. Build the consensus. And I think what you'll find out is that these guys will begin to believe it's their idea. On the opposite side of that, the pastor that we had before was a great man. He just didn't have the vision that David had. And one day he walked into our church and he said, "Hey, we're going to do this." Well, it split the church because he had this idea, but he didn't share it strategically. I want to encourage you today to share your ideas strategically. Think through them, get a plan, but build a consensus, okay? You can do it. If David could do it, listen, he was my hero, by the way. 17 years I sat under his leadership. We were accountability partners. I was even on staff for about 18 months there doing some volunteer work between 2 of the companies that I had sold, and he absolutely was a man's man. He was an incredible man of God. He was a great leader, and he took a church from 250 to 7,000. Now, it was all directly related to God's leadership through David, but David helped us become better leaders. He helped us become better men. I want you to take that same principle and go out there today with your family. Do the same thing with them. Dole out just a little bit. Don't go in and kill them. Do the same thing with your company, okay? Well, listen, I got to get out of here. Hey, by the way, how you like my hat? It's, I'll zoom in here. View from the top, Big A. Somebody out there in the community sent me this hat. I don't have any idea who it is. It came anonymously. If you want me to wear your brand, send me the hat. View from the top, 100 Hazel Path, Suite A, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075. And Big A will wear your hat with his thoughts from the Greenway. Hey, by the way, ever who sent me this hat, send me an email and let me know, man. Thank you. It was awesome. Have a great day. Big A, I'm out of here. We'll see you.